love people, peaceful people. So those are phlegmatics. And we're going to see the strength of a phlegmatic and the weakness of a phlegmatic. They are not really jumpy people. They want to do things like daily, you know. Yeah, it's positive on one side. Definitely it can be a negative on the other side. They're good at communicating, but not that much. So you need to ask more about something so that they can answer you. A phlegmatic is comforting. So when you have a phlegmatic as a wife, they are really comforting at home. Like they are welcoming, they are loving. They are those people who are not going to confront you. They are those people who are not going to say bad things about you. So they are just good people who want peace at home. Hello, greetings to you all. This is Dr. Doreen. So today is another day. I'm so grateful to God, and I thank God that you're all well. And for those who are sick, we pray that God heal you so that you can enjoy the life that God has for you. So let us continue our sessions. Please remember to share, remember to subscribe so that you can get more of these videos next time. So we are still on temperaments. We have talked about the choleric, color red. We have talked about sanguine, color yellow. We talked about melancholic, color blue. Now, today we're going to talk about phlegmatics and color green. So all those colors mean something, and I just mentioned them so that you can easily notice them. If you can't remember the name, at least you remember the color. So the green color means go ahead. So the green people, they are peaceful people. They are people who connect easily with everyone. They love people and people love them back because the way they are wired, you know. They love people, they love sharing with people, they're peaceful people. So those are phlegmatics. And we're going to see the strength of a phlegmatic and the weakness of a phlegmatic. But you know, last time we talked about a phlegmatic as a husband and a phlegmatic as a wife. So just in summary, what that means, we know that temperament is a nature, is how you behave, is how you act, is how you make decisions. All these things is who you are as a person, how God has created you. So we are different, and that's how we do things different. So we say these things come by genes. Yeah, the genes of your parents, the genes of your grandparents. Yeah, so you are who you are because of your parents and your grandparents. So then a phlegmatic husband, how do they behave in a family? Yeah, so let's look at their strength, and then we'll see also their weaknesses, and then we'll talk about a wife also, their strength and also their weaknesses. So a phlegmatic is the easiest person to get along with. Yeah, so there are people you can easily approach. There are people that are likable by everyone. If is your spouse, you easily talk to them, like they are welcoming, they are peaceful. There are these people who want peace, you know. So they are very, very likable by people because of how they are approachable. So another point is that they're consistent every time is seen. Like, is this person who does not change? If he's a man, the way you saw him yesterday is the same way you see him today, because they don't change because of the mood, like what we saw in other personalities or temperaments. So for them, they are the same. They are always peaceful. They are always, you know, okay. Whether they are happy or unhappy, you will never see a face change. No, I mean, a face that has changed. That's what I mean. So does not lack friends, because wherever at home, like they are so close to their spouses, they are so close to their children, like everyone is free to talk to, because the way they talk, they are humble, they listen, and can everyone can approach. Okay, even the workers at home, they become so easy with the phlegmatics more than other personalities, because they know when they are talking to them, probably when something has gone wrong or they have broke something at home. So it's easy to talk to a phlegmatic. It's so funny that even as a husband, the people become so close to them more than the wife, if a wife is not a phlegmatic. So they come close to them. A phlegmatic tend to be easy. They are easy motivated past usual daily routine. So, like when they have a work to do, they love routine. They do things routinely. It's very easy for them. Like whatever they are doing today, they continue doing it. So they are not really jumpy people. They want to do things like daily, you know. Yeah, it's positive on one side. Definitely it can be negative on the other side. Yeah, so another thing is that he's a peacemaker. When at home things are not going right, is easily mend people. Like he wants the people to be happy, so he makes sure that he brings peace in the house. So in general, the phlegmatics, they are people who love peace, so, and they are able to maintain it, and they're really also, they are good at working. If they're doing something, they are good at it. But they are not people, as I said, they don't want to change that much. So they are consistent on one thing. Yeah, so concerning also their weaknesses as a husband, they're not motivated. They're not motivated because these are people you'll find they do the same thing all the time. And concerning communication, they're good at communicating, but not that much. So you need to ask more about something so that they can answer you. And when it comes also to relationship, they are really good, but they also you need to like kind of motivate them into relationship, how to relate with your spouse. And another thing about not being motivated, concerning the development of your home, they are not people who are really concerned about that. They want to live a daily life. Like if they are working, you'll find they're okay to spend the money on the rent, they're okay to spend the money on the school fees and all things at home. But you will not find them being motivated to build, you're not being motivated to have different businesses. Like for that, they are really weak concerning that. So another thing, they're shy people. Yeah, so being able to talk to all the people is really hard unless you are used to these people. So they are shy. They need to be also motivated in feeling that they should not be shy all the time, you know. Yeah, so some people say that they are selfish because they always think about themselves in terms of, for example, he's a husband, so he wants a comfort zone where you find other people are not comfortable because things are not going the right way. For them, they want to stay in that comfort zone. They don't want to be pushed to do something different. So you find it's kind of selfish, because if the family needs development and is not giving that to the family because they say, you know, we can do that, we can do that. So for them, they are not comfortable of changing into other things. Yeah, so I think that's why they call them being selfish, but it's not selfish in another way. Yeah, so he never openly confront another person. So these are the people, when they don't understand something, especially with their spouses, they will not confront you so that you change in a certain way. They will leave you. If they are not happy with it, they will leave you. They will not talk about it. They will not even refuse something. Like if you ask them, can we do this? They will say, mm-hmm. So for them, they don't like confronting, they don't want to refuse something just to make sure that there's peace. They still want to make peace. But let me tell you, when things are not going right, it doesn't mean that there is peace, because you need to confront someone when things are not going right. You need to refuse something if it is not right, right? Yeah, so that is also one of their weaknesses. Another thing, when it concerns Christians, sometimes people are mistaken to think that phlegmatics are Christians, even when they are not, just because of their nature. You know, these people they call mico myiza, abantu bafite imico myiza, like those people who are good, you know, they don't really talk badly. They don't want anyone to be offended. They don't want to show that they are hurt in certain things. So when you look at them, you think they are Christians, even if they are not, because of how they behave. So they are mistaken sometimes that they are Christians when they are not. So being a Christian, you know, it's receiving Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. So, and you start living a life. So when you have not received Jesus Christ and you still just be a humble person, good person, it doesn't make you a Christian. So that is one of also the mistakes that people may think that that person is a Christian. So when it comes to, I told you, as a man is not motivated, that means there's no growth, there's no development at home. Yeah, so there's nothing much to achieve in that family. So when it comes to communication, he may use diplomacy, like takes things slow and show that there's nothing wrong, but in actual sense, he has pain in them, like they're feeling pain and they cannot express it. So that is a bad thing concerning the phlegmatics as a husband, definitely. So he's not strongly attractive to people, you know. This is a person who is not attracted to people because they live a usual life, like there's nothing new. So people are not really interested in having the same things every time. So these are some of the things that phlegmatics should work on so that they become better. So let's look at a phlegmatic as, you know, I'm just summarizing these things. There's a lot to talk about, but I'm just summarizing so that you can know this person. These are the people who you will see they are not developing at all, you know. There's nothing development at home. They might live on a rent for the rest of their lives without even being motivated to have mortgage, because they don't want to be out of the comfort zone. So they need to work on that. So let's look at a wife as a phlegmatic, and let's look at their strengths. So a phlegmatic is comforting. So when you have a phlegmatic as a wife, they are really comforting at home. Like they are welcoming, they are loving. They are those people who are not going to confront you. They are those people who are not going to say bad things about you. So they are just good people who want peace at home. Yeah, so is a good listener. They will listen to you, whatever you want to tell them. Yeah, another thing is sympathetic. They are very they have sympathy. They love to hear your pain. They want to be with you when you're hurting. So they are really, really loving people and so caring. So they are good listeners. They are thoughtful. Yeah, she thinks about others. She wants to make sure that she gives to, I mean, she understands the needs of the spouse, so he wants to provide everything to their spouses. These are the people who remembers the other people's birthdays. They want to bring flowers, they want to bring the card, like they will do great things for you, yeah, because they are really good people in terms of that. So another thing, they are very loyal. They are loyal friends. When you have a phlegmatic as your spouse, then he's very loyal. They will keep that relationship. They will respect that relationship. And these are the people who do not even think about divorce. When you're married to a phlegmatic, you'll not hear something like divorce unless it is really, you push them to the edge. but melancholic can divorce very easily. The sanguine can divorce very easily, but okay, even melancholic. But when it comes to phlegmatic, they're really amazing people. They are so strong enough to hold on until, yeah. So those are some of their strengths. They are dependable, they are protective, so they protect their children. So let's look at their weaknesses. They are uninvolved. They are people who are not get involved in too many things. So they may do one thing and that's all. They are not involved in other things, in other activities. And when you call them, they're not really that hardworking, you know. If they're doing one thing, they stay on that. So they're uninvolved, like they don't want to adventure. They don't want to look for other new things to do. So that is one of their weaknesses. Yeah, they are fearful. They are people who really fear to start new things. They fear to be in new places. So kind of they want their comfort. So you find them not being pushed to do something new. So that is also a big thing. So they have to avoid the fear and look for other opportunities, not to stay in one place. Yeah, so she is a follower by nature and may compromise her standards. So there are people who really follow other people, like if you ask them for something, they will do it, they will go with you, they will not compromise, okay? So that is how they are in nature. Yeah, they are followers. Actually, most of them are followers more than being a leader. So, but I forgot to say that they are good managers. When you ask them something to do, they will do it very well. But there's that thing of just following. They also look selfish. The same thing with the husbands, because they want to stay in one position. They don't want to go into other things. So you find them as selfish people because they want to do their own things, not to do what other people want from them. Yeah. So it's this person who is also unconcerned about her dressing. They will just put on whatever they want. They are not really those people who are concerned about this. This is a certain event. I'm supposed to put on like this, to dress up like this. No, for them they can come up with anything, not really being motivated. So, but we should know that these are just the primary temperament. We also have secondary. That is why probably you will find some being different. It will depend on the secondary temperament. So, but in general, phlegmatics are not people who will see that they have the urge to go to the party, like change, I have to buy a new dress. No, they will come with whatever they have. Yeah, that's how they are. So I think you know them. They are disorderly, they are not organized people. You find their home not really that clean. Like there are people really who don't take much of their time to see different things and how they put them in place. So you find some of the things disorganized, you know, not in order. Yeah, so that's all about their strength and their weaknesses. And I am just asking, if you're married to a husband who is like that, you need to look for people, mentors to mentor you. You need to look for counselors to give you tools and tips on how you can improve and you do better in life, to be motivated to do better things than you have been doing. You need to know that you need to develop your home, you need to be orderly, you need not to be selfish, to be in a comfortable place. So work hard on it. For example, biblically, let me just give you an example of a phlegmatic, a man called Abraham. Abraham is an example of a good phlegmatic. And do you know why? The reason why God told Abraham, you have to leave your home, you have to leave your family and follow me? Because that was one of the weaknesses of, that is one of the weaknesses of phlegmatics. So God telling Abraham to leave his home and go, he wanted him to be out of that usual place where he has been frustrated, where he has not got anything different. So God wants a phlegmatic to leave that place. Go to another place God is going to show you so that you can prosper, so that you can grow, so that you can become better than you are right now. So phlegmatics, whether you're a man or a woman, work on yourself. Work on that thing of being stagnant, so that you become a better person in life. Work hard, develop, build, look for businesses, look for different things, look for choleric people to help you, look for sanguine people to help you. So that's all about phlegmatics. But they are really peaceful people, they love people, they care for people, they are good people in terms of communication and relationship, but development, no. So God bless you.